enter third signs of movement.
We were told that there's an estimated 15 to 20 homes affected. We did open and still have open a reception warming center where people can also get meals, those that were impacted, and that's at St. Pius 10.
No word on the cause of the explosion, but Logan County Department of Public Health and the New York Healthcare Commission offered COVID-19 vaccine to children ages 5 to 17 today and 2 to 6 p.m. The Pfizer vaccine administered at our conference center at 810 Senior Drive. Parents or guardian must be present. All participants will receive a free gift from the Luna, plus a free balloon and the chance to win a Nintendo Switch Lite gaming console. Clinic is free and help is required for registration. Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe will be receiving three federal grants to promote public safety. Congressman Dan Kilby says more than $785,000 will be used to hire police and pay for things like training and equipment. The grant comes from the U.S. Department of Justice's Office of Community-Oriented Policing Service under Tribal Resources Group program. According to the DOJ, more than 4 in 5 American Indian and Alaskan Native people have experienced violence in their lifetime.
Do you know how much you're really paying for life insurance through work? I can almost guarantee you're overpaying for limited coverage. I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent for over 20 years. My clients are shocked to learn how expensive life insurance at work really is because of a rate that's driven up by unhealthy people. Why pay more when you don't have to? For over 35 years, Select Quote has helped people save 50% or more by shopping highly rated insurance carriers. I even found a 40-year-old man with high blood pressure, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. Don't wait. Workplace open enrollment is here. Let Select Quote save you money and get you the coverage you need to protect your family.
For your free quote in just minutes, call 1-800-449-8811. That's 1-800-449-8811. 1-800-449-8811. Or go to selectquote.com. Full details on example policy and carrier ratings at selectquote.com/price. Price could vary by health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
WSGW News Time, 9:08. The weather forecast is next. Governor Justin Whitmer is stepping on the gas when it comes to removal of lead pipes from local water systems. The $10 billion in infrastructure funding coming to Michigan, $1.2 billion FEMA to lead pipe removal. The Departments of Environment, Regulation, Energy, and Technology Management and Budget are being directed by the government to accelerate and plans to remove the pipes from water systems. Around half a million lead service lines in use around Michigan. Despite the infusion of federal funds, state officials have estimated the cost falls to $2.5 billion short to complete the project. As Michiganders get ready to begin their holiday shopping this year, they're being encouraged to shop locally. Jennifer Rick with the Michigan Retailers Association says online options are usually available.
There's plenty of small retailers that have online sites up. Check and see if they have them. Do your homework. Go on your Facebook page in your neighborhood and see what local stores are in your community, and then go find their website. And chances are you're going to be able to make a purchase online. I know local retailers across the state will really appreciate that.
Rick says many local retailers have Black Friday deals already available, so there's no need to wait until the week to go shopping. Those heading to gamble in Detroit are going to have to mask up at 2 casinos starting today. All customers and employees will be required to wear a face cover at MGM Grand and Motor City Casino, regardless of vaccination status. The rule will not apply to guests attending banquets or events at Motor City's casino. Woodtown Casino has not announced the mask mandate. WSGW News Time 9:10. I'm Mike Butcher.
Here's your WSGW weatherology forecast. Sunny for today. Highs will make it into the upper 30s to near 40. Winds settle westerly 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Lows drop to 29. Winds south 5 to 15. Higher gusts possible. Wednesday, partly sunny and breezy. Highs warm into the upper 40s to near 50. Wednesday night, cloudy. Chance for rain showers developing after midnight. Lows fall back to 38. Getting into Thanksgiving Day, rain shower chances continue. Highs reach 45. The lows falling to the middle 20s on Thursday night. Meteorologist Phil Briscoe with the WSTW weatherology forecast. Right now it's 18.
The only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions. From around your block to around the world, the Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
Well, good morning to you and welcome. Welcome to another edition of the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW. Not coming to you from my second Australia home studio. Instead, today, we're at the Kroger on North Euclid Avenue in Bay City, collecting our final opportunity for you to provide food to families for the Salvation Army. And we're also giving away a pair of tickets to the University of Michigan Ohio State football game this weekend. Tell you more about that as we go on throughout the morning. A number of things happening this morning. Later on this hour, we're going to talk to Chris Chandler from the Great Lakes Bay Invitational. Now, they have raised the purse for next year's competition. We'll tell you all about that. At 10 o'clock this morning, we're going to talk to a gentleman from Ross Mortgage Corporation, Vice President Branch Manager Alex Nefouse, about failure of the Zillow buy and flip model. At 11 o'clock on Focus, the Marketplace subject Focus. But for the good part of this hour, we're going to welcome back to the Roof Sitter, ladies and gentlemen, from the Great Lakes Bay Dream Center. We say good morning to Pastor Rathke. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me on.
You're more than welcome. More than welcome. So I have to ask Mary, how cold was it?
Well, the temperature got down into the 30s, and the cold wasn't the worst of it. Really, it was the rain. Staying wet was a hardship.
Yeah, it did rain on you, didn't it?
Yeah, we had a lot of rain on Thursday and Friday, and then Sunday morning I woke up to snow. I had rain and sleet on me about 4 a.m., and then it continued to get colder and colder as Sunday went on, and I had lots of snow on me.
So when did you finally come down?
Well, when I woke up Sunday morning, I had saw that we reached our goal. I was super excited, but I waited until about 10 a.m. That was about the time I had gotten up on the roof on Thursday. So that way I had a full 3 full days.
Well, you answered my next question. You met your goal of $50,000?
We did, and I just checked this morning. The website Rooftop Survivor is still live, and we are now at $57,553.
Wow. So how are we going to use that?
So that money will go towards our general fund for the year 2022. And then as needs arise, whether it might be the car seat program or the blessing shop program, then we can move the funds where they're needed.
All right, for those that maybe didn't hear prior interviews and are unaware, give us an overview of the Great Lakes Dream Center, what it is and how it got started.
Well, the Great Lakes Dream Center is a Christian community center Monday through Friday. We meet as a church on Sundays, and we are here to kind of help people dream again. So many times as little children, we have dreams, and then as we get older, we kind of, forget that as we get stuck into some problems. So our goal is to help people before they end up homeless, or as they're leaving the homeless shelter. We provide them with blankets, furniture items such as coats, blankets, obviously couches and beds. And we also have paper products such as diapers, toilet paper, shampoo, conditioner, things like that they can't get with their bridge card. So we help the community out in many ways. And we also have the building open to many NA, AA groups and grief counseling for the community.
And where are you located?
We are located at 700 Lafayette in Bay City, Michigan.
So your roof sitting experience, what brought that about, and will you do it again?
That's the big question. I've been asked that numerous times. On Sunday morning, when people asked me that, I said, no, not for a while. The whole point of it was to experience homelessness. I actually had someone walk up to me on Saturday morning, and he had been at the park. Some people ran into him. He had been sleeping on the bench that evening, and so they had told him to come talk to me. So I was trying to get him connected with the Good Samaritan Rescue Mission, and he had asked for a hot cup of coffee. He said, it's really cold. Can I just have a hot cup of coffee? And of course, I'm up on the roof and I have no way down. And I said, come back in about an hour. I'll have some volunteers. They can get you inside, get you some hot food and a hot cup of coffee. And all of a sudden it dawned on him. He looked back up at me and he says, what are you doing up there? And I said, well, I've been experiencing homelessness the last 2 nights. I have one more night to go. And he just was so excited. And he said, you know exactly how cold it was last night. You know what I went through last night. And I said, yes, I did. So for me, it was a way to bring awareness that there are people in Michigan that are out in the snow. Lots of people would say, Mary, you can't be out there without a roof over your head. And I said, well, there's lots of people without a roof on their head. Over their head. If they can do it, so can I. If you have that same compassion for them as you do for me.
So I have to ask about this homeless individual and others. Are they not aware of the Good Samaritan Rescue Mission?
Well, every situation is very unique. I have lots of friends that I'll tell them about some of the situations I go through, and they're glad that I've volunteered there enough that I have the wisdom to know how to take care of the money and resources that are given to us. So we'll have people come in that'll say, well, because of COVID, they're not accepting new people. And sometimes that is the case. That was never the case before COVID. Before COVID, they would go get mattresses and they would put it on the floor. They would make sure that there was a bed if they were willing to go. Now, because of COVID, because of construction or different things, there may be times when they really don't have a roof over their head. Then different organizations like ours, we have to make that decision of, do we go to a local motel and put them up for the night until we can get them into a mission? Many times I will call Saginaw, I will call Midland, I will call around places even like Flint will take them and I can arrange a ride for someone. Sometimes the individual knows about the mission, but maybe they don't want to follow their rules. Even though it's a very low barrier there still are certain rules that people have to follow. Many times they do have a place to stay, but they're telling me that they're homeless and they just want the money for other reasons. So we are very good about not giving anyone cash. We don't feel that's what they need. We feel like they need a roof over their head. And so we will work with the shelters in the area to make sure that they have a place to stay if they're willing to go.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a pause here and we'll be back. We're talking to Pastor Mary Rathke from the Green Center. Came down off the roof last week after raising over $50,000 for the Green Center. More ahead here on the Art Lewis Show as we broadcast today from the Kroger on North Euclid Avenue in Bay City, where we're collecting food for families from the Salvation Army. And at this time of the year, I mean, Mary does her good work, and the Salvation Army does. There's a lot of people doing a lot of good things for those in need. And just as a bonus here today, we are registering you to win a pair of tickets to see University of Michigan take on Ohio State at the Big House this weekend. Again, we're at Kroger on North Euclid Avenue in Bay City. I'm inside the vestibule. Chandler from our station is outside with the van collecting the food. We've got food boxes in here too. So if you would wish to, you could buy some food here at Kroger and deposit it in the boxes. We'll be back with Pastor Mary Rathke after these notes on WSGW.
It could be the best years of your life. In retirement, you'll finally get to do what you want to do. But you have to plan for it. Start by tuning into Mindy and Nolan McIntosh of McIntosh & Associates every Sunday at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Make retirement the best time of your life. Tune in Sundays at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AA Wealth Management, LLC. Hi, I'm Mary Rathke. Are you happy with your Medicare? I am now, after I met the pros at Medicare Choices. Yes, you do have choices when it comes to Medicare coverage. No cookie-cutter plan for me. You buy a pair of shoes that they fit. Get the right fit. A customized plan designed just for you that helps you protect a hard-earned retirement income. Call 989-899-7820, MedicareChoicesInfo.com. We'll walk you through every step.
I am one of thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body. I am living in the moment and taking Ibrance, Dr. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Be in your mind. Ask your doctor about Ibrance. Visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report. The price of crude oil down a fraction of a percent after the White House confirmed plans to release 50 million barrels of oil from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve in coordination with other countries. Two Florida-based grocery chains, Publix, which operates nearly 1,300 stores across 7 states in the Southeast, and Winn-Dixie are limiting the number of items sold to customers at a busy Thanksgiving holiday. Restrictions put in place because of ongoing supply chain issues. And as ride-hailing prices become more expensive and pandemic, some of the largest metro areas in the country are seeing customers return to taxi, with taxi ride volume increasing in the past several months in San Francisco, New York, and Chicago. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
Puerto Rico is the new go-to destination for investment opportunities, and Invitational is the new online tool that connects investors with innovative projects seeking capital on the island. Invitational takes the guesswork out of investing in Puerto Rico, surfacing the insights you need to make informed decisions and empower your investing portfolio. Visit investvr.org/Invitational and set up your account today to see what the island has to offer. Invitational, your hub for investment opportunities in Puerto Rico. Powered by Invitational Puerto Rico.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
If you're with Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile, you're paying too much for cell service. It's CBS News business analyst Joe Sessions. Did you know ClearTalk gives you the same great coverage on the same great 5G network as one of the big guys for about half the cost?
Do you have to have the date of birth on here?
I'm sorry?
Do you have to have your date of birth on here?
How do they do that? ClearTalk doesn't have thousands of retail stores and overhead that you have to pay for. And they don't charge you for the added perks that you never use. You can keep your phone number and keep your phone, or get huge discounts on the latest iPhones and Androids. Unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data is just $30 a month. From your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say Jill 50 to save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250, say Jill 50. Your talk is simply smarter wireless.
This is a test. WSGW is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. This is a test of the emergency alert system on WSGW. Equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies is being tested. WSGW serves Saginaw, and Midland counties, along with the surrounding area. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system on WSGW.
fireworks. And we're back with you here on WSGW. We're talking to Pastor Mary Rathke from the Dream Center in Bay City. And so, Mary, I know when you went up on the roof, you started with about 22,000 and you wanted to raise 50. And you said you'd stay up there until you did. Well, you raised your 50 in a pretty quick time. If you had not, would you have stayed up here to Thanksgiving?
Oh, I would have. If I make a commitment, I definitely do it. People were really worried about me. They would come up to visit me and they would say, it's really cold, it's really windy, but I had proper gear on and I just kind of had a mindset that I was warm and I was fine. And so when I came down, I was definitely, then it hit me how cold I really was. And, but I would have stayed.
Wow. More power to you. More power to you. So if someone is in need of Dream Center services, what do they need to do?
They can stop by. We have our office managers here during the week. They can call us. We have a website they can go to. They can reach out on Facebook. There's lots of different ways that people can reach out and let us know what they need.
What's the website?
GreatLakesDreamCenter.com.org.
And that'll put them in touch with you. So
that's correct.
As an overview of that, what kind of services do you provide to someone who comes to you?
Well, we have people come to us for a variety of reasons. And if we can't help them, we have a resource book that directs us in how to send them to someone that can help them. So if we can't help them, maybe Salvation Army or Safe Harbor Kitchen can, or the Good Samaritan Rescue Mission. So what we do is we talk to anybody that comes in. We try to help everybody that comes in. And if we can't help them, we direct them to where they can. But mainly we offer things that other places don't.
For example?
So we have laundry, soap, dish soap, all the items that people need on a regular basis that they can't purchase with their bridge card. We have furniture, we have car seats available, we have coats, we have blankets. We can help with rides to different places and delivery for those who are homebound. And then we also have a resource book, and we have people that kind of can help life coach if needed to help a person if they need a little extra help to get those resources and get connected.
You do not provide lodging, correct?
That is correct. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. So the Good Samaritan Rescue Mission does a great job here in Bay County. We also have the YWCA for women that are in need because of domestic abuse. And so we direct people to established places that have lodging available.
So tell us about the church connection. What brought about the church service?
Well, we needed to have a core group of people that gave on a regular basis and a core of volunteers. And so for many years, I tried to create the Dream Center just as a community center without a church. And I just felt, as a Christian, as a pastor that was ministering at the mission, that we did need a church aspect to it. And so I began preaching on a regular basis and letting people know what a Dream Center looks like, how we can be the hands and feet of Jesus to help our community. And the people that have kind of come alongside that, we've got a core of about 100 members. They are the ones that really support the ministry on a regular basis.
Well, listen, good luck with the Dream Center. Congratulations on raising the money you raised. Glad you're warm again.
Yes, so am I.
All right, Pastor Mary Rathke, thanks for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye now. Pastor Rathke and the Dream Center in Bay City. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll talk to Chris Chandler from Dow. He is the tournament executive director of the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. And they are raising the purse. We'll talk to him about that in just a few minutes. And the guys at the station, I'm going to disappear for a couple of minutes, so just keep things going until I get back. Bye now. We'll be back.
your home again by adding beautiful Lafayette interior fashions. This is Sonia with Westside Decorating Center. We offer in-home design consultations to make choosing the perfect window treatment easy and fun. Your Lafayette interior masterpieces, custom drapery options with their many shade and blind choices for a flawless look. Call our design department today at 989-793-6182. Westside Decorating Center, 5789 State Street in Saginaw Township.
The Windy City's home, Chicago. Saturday, April 9th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. The unmistakable sound of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's Chicago. Tickets start at $54 and are on sale now at the Soaring Eagle and Eagles Landing box offices or online at etix.com. Chicago, Saturday, April 9th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Horns and hits. Tickets are on sale now. Details at SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Dell Technology's biggest business sale of the year has arrived. Step up your vision with Top Tech up to 50% off during your Black Friday event. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Plus, get incredible savings on Windows 11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started by contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
I am so ready to go back to work.
I just need a chance.
So where do I start?
MidMichiganWorks.com. Moorbar is now hiring builders, machine operators, and others to positions. No training? No problem. Apply for Moorbar's welder training program and earn while you learn. For more details on this position, other local companies that are hiring, and how to apply, go to MidMichiganWork.com. That's MidMichiganWork.com. At CDW, your get the right workspace helps you work better.
It's just 2 encyclopedias, but my webcam is finally at the right height. And I found the perfect cardboard box for my tangled assortment of cords and cables.
Sounds great, but with TripLight Work from Anywhere Solutions orchestrated by CDW, it's easier for your teams to work consistently and productively with tools like monitor mounts, USB docks, and adapters.
Know anyone who wants 3 encyclopedias for 1992?
IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/TripLight.
Big news from Simply Safe Home Security. Okay. Actually, I think the horns are too much. Yeah, that's better. Big news. The new wireless outdoor security camera is here. Yes, Simply Safe's award-winning home security just got even better, taking whole home protection to a whole new level. Okay, I'm missing the horns. Simply Safe is celebrating this new camera with 50% off a new system this week. Visit simplysafe.com. The WSGW Morning Team Show. WSW online poll, Thanksgiving and Christmas and COVID in 2021. The holiday season, the biggest family and friends gathering times of the year with Thanksgiving and Christmas. In some parts of the country, COVID is still a concern with cases rising. Other places, COVID is maybe not the biggest concern. And there are stories of families that will ask other people to Christmas issue. All of that vaccinated. Please wear a mask to tested. There's still vitamins and welcome to come together. Other pictures. That's it. Saginaw Spirit Hockey is on WSGW. So can asking the right questions. Brings the real responsibility. Whenever you hear somebody with a betting say you're asking the right questions, you know you're asking the wrong questions. Every different soccer good questions. Good question. So when we sent out our press release that had sample questions, you wrote and went right off the list. Good question. Mark Lave and Kevin Robbins. Weekdays at noon on WSGW. Michigan Wolverines football is on WSGW.
Pass is over 1 yard. Touchdown, Michigan. Give that one to Zach Carpenter in the offensive line. Edwards breaks it back diagonally across the field to the 30. Did he outrun him? Touchdown, Michigan. Donovan Edwards. The ball is intercepted. DJ Turner.
Okay.
The 5. He's in the end zone.
All right.
The 6th-ranked Michigan Wolverines routed Maryland to set up a showdown against the 2nd-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes for the Big Ten East title in the regular season finale. Tune in for pregame coverage starting at 11 a.m. on 790 News Radio WSGW. Michigan football is brought to you by Forward Energy, Medicare Choices of Saginaw, Schaefer and Caroline Ranch Truck and Frankenmuth, Wolfiles Ace Hardware in Saginaw, Leaking Sports Grill, and Lingo Equipment Company in Saginaw. It's Michigan and Ohio State league game. Live Saturday morning at 11 on 790 News Radio WSGW.
The Wolverines play on WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on the Art Lewis Show from the Kroger on North Euclid Avenue in Bay City, collecting food for families. And Untold Food for Families, sponsored by Michigan Sugar. Thank you very much. We thank Kroger for hosting us. I thank Chandler for being outside collecting food at the van and in the cold. We're going to move on to something else now. The Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational Golf Tournament, the LPGA tournament every year in Midland, is raising its purse. And we're going to find out about that this morning because its executive director, Chris Chandler, with us this morning. Chris, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Ed. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hope you are too.
Absolutely. Ready for a little Thanksgiving holiday there coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're all ready for it. And so the announcement was made the other day that the purse is going up. This is the second time, isn't it? Because the purse went up last year.
It is, yeah. Yeah, we started in 2019 at $2 million, and then here in 21, we were able to raise it up to $2.3 million, and now we've just announced that for 22, we're going to raise it to $2.5 million, and we're really excited that this kind of keeps us at the forefront of LPGA tournaments. Outside of their major championships, we're still what looks to be the highest, if not one of the highest, on the LPGA tour, which as you know is an important factor in recruiting from the top athletes and making sure that they really like to come back to the Great Lakes Bay region and play in our event.
And let me ask about the purses. When we have a $2.5 million purse, what's first place? How much do they get?
Yeah, the winning team will get, I think it's about $607,000. So they split that. So yeah, quite a payday there for winning a golf tournament. But you know, those are the best players in the world. And, we're really proud to have them here and to be able to do that. And you know, maybe, hey, Art, I know you like a little insider information. This is a little bit how it works. So every tournament, well, most tournaments are individual stroke play, so they're playing on their own. And so the LPGA has a system that first place gets X percentage of the purse, second place gets the next percentage, third place gets the next percentage, and lower, and it goes down. And everybody that usually makes the cut gets paid. Well, for our event, we had to actually work with the LPGA. They had no system place before we started our event. And our team, they're like, well, how do the standard points percentage breakdown doesn't work for a team for that event? Because we've got to put 10 people versus one. And so we worked with them, and honestly, it ended up being pretty simple at the end of the day. But you'd be amazed at the discussions around this. That we essentially took first and second place together, divided by 2, and that's what first place gets. And then we put third and fourth place, add those together, divided by 2, and that's what second place gets, and so on down the line. So that's kind of how it works.
That is actually very simple. Easy way to do it. So let's look back at 2021 when the tournament returned after a year hiatus. How did we do this?
Oh, we did amazing, Art. I mean, if you look back going into kind of April and May timeline, really the end of May was when we were kind of at a turning point. And this was we were under percentage capacity restrictions in restaurants and indoor venues and all of that. And so we finally got to a point by June 1st with the Michigan state government that we could have a golf tournament with fans. I mean, that was the big push, was like, can we even have people? Because at the time, you couldn't gather more than 100 people in any single location, inside or out. And so I give that context to go back and say, to have all the fans that we had on site this year, and to be able to do a lot of the extracurricular activities like, the First Tee Junior Clinic, and to be able to host some of the conferences and events that we did was honestly just amazing. And we're really just thankful that we could get back to, normal this summer and host a great event that was open to the public and without many restrictions in place at that time.
And really, the only piece that was missing, if you hope it returns next year, would be the Eat Great Festival. Hopefully scheduled for Bay City. Hopefully it'll be in Bay City. And of course, that had to be put aside not only because of COVID, but the restaurants were having problems and it was difficult for them to do that.
Yeah, you're right. That was just a perfect storm to not be able to do the food festival. It was a combination of COVID restrictions and how you serve food and all of that. But it was also, and maybe even a bigger part of, the hit that our restaurants across the state, to be honest, have taken, because of a lot of those restrictions that were put on them and capacities and limits and the lack of workforce as well is still an issue out there for many restaurants. And so, we do that event to help restaurants and to try to promote our local eateries and stuff in the region. And so we actually went out to them and we talked to a bunch of them and said, hey guys, we'd love to do this if we can, but we want this to be good for you. Like, this is about, helping our community grow and showcasing off the great culinary talent that we have. And they all were very happy with us, and we had great conversations, and they loved the festival the first year that we had, and they really wanted to do it, and they want to do it again. But they just were really honest with us and said, "Oh, now is not the right time, given all of those circumstances." So yeah, we had to cancel that, but we'll be looking to continue to bring more Eat Great events to the region as soon as we can.
How many people does it take to put on? I mean, I know committees and all of that, but how many individuals, volunteers, does it really take to run an open cheer event like you do?
Oh my gosh, Art. Well, let's start. There's a core team of 5 people with a company called Outliers that manage the event on behalf of Gal for us. And then they fly in about 25 other people, so they go up to about 30 kind of core staff that work on it. And then I've got over 100 people at Dow that are involved in various pieces with running all of the Dow programming that we have throughout the week from a staff perspective. And then, yeah, we had, I think the number was 11 or 1,200 volunteers that it takes to put on the event. So it's incredible. We've been really fortunate with this community to come out and help be a part of it. And what's really cool, Art, is the volunteers that we have, they love it. It's super fun. They get inside the ropes access. They get a bunch of merch. We feed them on their shift. So it's really a good time, and it's really become a little family amongst our volunteer crew that come out and help us out.
How about a big family?
Yeah, a big family. Okay.
We're going to take a quick break. We're talking to Chris Chandler, who's the executive director of the Great Lakes Bay Invitational, the LPGA tournament held at the Liberty Country Club. And we'll be back with Chris in just a couple of moments. Time to get more for your money. Time to think Thalen Kia. I'm just about across the street from Thalen, and we invite you to stop on out. Kia combines style, safety, plus dependability with their 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, and it's included on every new Kia. And no one makes that dependability more affordable than Thalen Kia on Euclid Avenue in Bay City. Get more value for less in a new Kia Rio S 5-door. Buy your new Kia Rio S 5-door from just $236 per month. Nothing down for 84 months. Time to think Thalen Kia Euclid Avenue in Bay City, getting you more for your money because it's the right thing to do. Plus taxes, state, and dealer fees. 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. See Thalen for warranty details. Included 500 Kia customer cash rebate. APR 3.9% on approved credit. See Thalen for complete details. Deal ends November 30th, 2021. Shop online at Thalen Kia. Online at ThalenKia.com. We will be back with more after these notes.
This season, there's a new choice for your fields. Zillow
Wanna go shop?
Designed.
Somebody gave me 20 bucks.
Stacked Enlist E3 technology for root control flexibility. Supported by a dedicated team of BASF economic experts. Protected by the versatile BASF
Sealed
soybean
drinks?
crop protection portfolio.
Bottled
Zillow
drinks?
soybean seeds
And bottles.
Not alcohol.
Okay.
Zillow from MS Technologies, distributed exclusively.
Not alcohol, but juices, drinks, water. Yeah,
Confusion about how to protect yourself from
And
COVID.
other than that, really
Whether
quick,
or not
I
you're
think we're gonna take
vaccinated,
that box
you
for
need
you.
an accurate thermometer to check for
Whatever.
fever, the leading
Yeah.
sign
Get
of
it out of
flu
there.
and COVID.
That's fine.
Be vigilant and contact your medical provider at the
I think
first
Mark
sign of
put his
fever.
stuff in there
Don't
too.
rely on non-contact thermometers that have no scientific studies. Only the
Oh, you got it?
temporal scan thermometer has been proven accurate in more than
Little bulky.
100 clinical studies. Learn more at Exergen.com.
I can't get up and help you, Howard.
Russo, a cardiologist.
Break it
Maybe
up.
you're waiting to talk to your doctor right now, but if you're having an irregular heartbeat, heart racing,
There you
chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, don't wait. This could be a serious condition like atrial fibrillation, which can make you about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you're having these symptoms, don't wait. Talk to a doctor by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer. This is the Stone Specialist Studios, 100.5 News Radio WSGW, 790 News Radio WSGW.
And we are back with you here on WSGW, broadcasting from Kroger on Eagle Avenue in Bay City, collecting food for families. Final day to do that. Food for Families brought to you by Michigan Sugar. And we also are registering people to win U of M tickets to see Ohio State. U of M and Ohio State game this Saturday. We got a pair of tickets to give away. And if you can see your way to the food in the boxes, that would be nice. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate it. And we are talking to Chris Chandler, the executive director of the Great Lakes Bay Invitational. Do we have dates for next year yet, Chris?
Yeah, we do, Art. We are the week of July 11th. So the tournament will be the 13th through the 16th for the week of July 11th. And I'm pretty excited about this date here, Art. The LPGA just released their schedule last week for 2022, so you can go out to LPGA.com and check out the entire 22 schedule. But there's actually 2 weeks off the schedule in front of us. And so what this means is the players will be finishing up on June 26th at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship over in Maryland. And then they've got 2 weeks off before they come to Dow, and then they go overseas over to Europe for a few events over there. So I'm very optimistic about getting back a really top top-notch quality field here back to Dallas.
Well, I would think so, because they're going to be itching to get back on the course after a 2-week hiatus, no doubt about that.
Yeah, exactly, and especially before going overseas again, where they've got 2 major championships in a 3-week span right after us. So they're going to want to fine-tune everything here in Midland and before they go overseas.
So, I mentioned the Eat Great earlier. Is it our intention to bring the Eat Great back to Bay City in 2022?
Yeah, those are the discussions that we're having right now. We're nothing finalized yet as far as dates and times and location and stuff, but that is the outlook that we're looking at, absolutely. And I will give you a little tricky part. We are looking into trying to do an Eat Great winter, like the one we hosted, in the igloos. And so we're working through details on that. And actually, I've got a meeting coming up right after you are to go talk about Eat Great winter and see if we can finalize some details of what that looks like for a nice little winter food festival, maybe in February. Looking forward to that.
That was a fun event. That was different. It was really unique. And it kind of introduced the igloos to the area.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, things kind of really worked out there. I mean, we thought it was a fun and cool idea to, be served an 8-course meal with, you and 7 of your friends in an igloo. We did it at Dow Gardens. We had 24 of the igloos out there. And you could, buy an igloo, essentially for a dinner reservation from, 5:30 to 7:30. And, we sold out in less than a week. 3 nights, 24 igloos with systems. So, that was really a hit, and then COVID hit, and we had all these igloos, and we're like, so we actually loaned out every single one of our igloos to restaurant partners in the region, to just give them the opportunity to, have a little bit more space to host and to provide that unique experience for going out to the restaurants too. So it kind of worked out well.
It certainly was unique, no doubt about that. No doubt about that. So just let's talk a little chronology here. At what point in time ahead of the tournament did you start asking for volunteers?
Yeah, I'm not sure when volunteer registration will open, but it will be likely into the beginning of next year. So I guess at least by March, if not even sooner than that, it may be into January or February where we start recruiting for volunteers. Yeah.
Ticket sales?
1,000+ people.
Yeah. And ticket sales are London.
Ticket sales will be a little later. That would be probably into like the May time frame. So we'll be looking at that kind of timeline.
Well, Chris, listen, I appreciate your time and look forward to our meetings. And now that our notification take off, so I can plant myself in the starter tent. I'll be there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Art, and hey, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Same to you, Chris. Thanks for being with us. Chris Chandler is the executive director of the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational, the LPGA tournament that we run every year at the Midland Country Club. Some time with us this morning. Let me talk to you for a moment about my insurance agent and my business director. I want to talk about Tom Sureski. I've been an Allstate customer since 1974 with Allstate because I'm happy with them, but I'm even happier with my agent, Tom Sureski, because when I need something, I sit down, I talk to Tom, he listens, and then he puts forth the advice that I'm looking for and the plans that I need to fit my situation. And that's exactly what they'll do for you. Tom can protect your home, auto, motorcycle, RV, boat, motorhome, rental property, even your classic car, because he deals with Hagerty Insurance. In addition, Tom can provide specialty insurance for event coverage like weddings, as well as pet insurance for your cat or dog. And his rescue also serves the business community with Allstate supplemental health benefits. Do as I do. Shop locally with a business you trust. I trust Tom Sereski for all my insurance needs. Visit his agency on Tittabawassee Road, just west of the tracks in Saginaw Township, or call Tom at 989-497-0300. Be sure to tell him I sent you. You're in good hands with Allstate, even better hands with the Sereski agency. Give Tom a call today.
Friendsgiving is going to be a little different this year.
How are you?
I'm the guy that call you once in a while. Michael from Waste.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Nice to see you. I just want to tell you, you can give mine to somebody else so they can have two chances. There's no way I'll win.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Start doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hundreds of thousands of people have said goodbye to their overpriced Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile plans and switched to Pure Talk. It's CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. Did you know Pure Talk gives you the same great coverage on the same great 5G network as one of the big guys for about half the cost? The average family is saving over $800 a year. You can keep your number and keep your phone, or get huge discounts on the latest iPhones and Androids. Unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data is just $30 a month. Or if you want unlimited data, you can still save a fortune. With US-based customer service, Pure Talk treats their customers right. Plus, they have a 30-day risk-free guarantee, so you literally have nothing to lose. Plug your cell phone dial on to 50 and say Jill 50 to save 50%.
If you win, they'll call you tomorrow.
250, say Jill 50. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless.
RocketGrabPlus.com. This week's deal on RocketGrabPlus.com is for Salon Blue in Mount Pleasant. You get Salon Blue front and brow wax for only $31.50. Choosing 63, you are getting a half.
Sure.
You can also get a gel manicure.
You can do that.
Salon Blue for only $41.50. It's usually $83, but you are getting it half off. This week's deal is all about treating yourself. Head to RocketGrabPlus.com right now and snag your deal. RocketGrabPlus.com.
The true story of Thanksgiving is not quite what anyone would like it to be. I'm Joe Gross, and on the upcoming Thanksgiving Day special from CBS News Radio, we'll tell that story, but also set you straight on a much-told story of how Thanksgiving led to the invention of the TV dinner. Get them by the how most resources got wrong. Also, we'll talk to a psychologist about how to have a holiday meal without losing fighting over politics and vaccines. Join me on Thanksgiving Day, 9 to noon on WSGW.
Tom Sullivan.
Why am I complaining about Joe Biden and the deficit when Donald Trump was fine with the deficit? And so was Barack Obama, and so was George W. Every one of them kept growing it and growing it. Don't give me this Republicans are fiscal conservatives. They're not. They're not at all. And Democrats, of course. I say that in the broad brush of the party. Now, I know a lot of Democrats say, well, they want their money raised.
Weeknights at 7 on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. The Art Lawyer Show coming to you from Kroger on North Euclid Avenue in Bay City, collecting food for families and offering you a chance to win a pair of tickets to see the University of Michigan take on Ohio State this weekend. We'll be here till 11:30 this morning taking those donations. Right now, we're going to head up to the news, CBS News at the top of the hour with the national and international report. We'll have the local news for you from the Great Lakes Bay region and the state of Michigan. And then we will be back with more next hour on the Art Lewis Show.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM.
Another cash donation for you.
Oh, sure.
Nice lady. She brought food and money. Really nice.
Good. Excellent.
I put a lot of my stuff into the van too. We sold a box.
Good.
So I think I may just have to pick this stuff and we'll fill another box.
Sure.
Look at Brian.
Third allegedly ran over his child's mother with the same red SUV at a gas station. 5 people were killed at the parade, dozens injured, including children. In New York, emergency room on Long Island has been forced to close temporarily because so many nurses haven't been vaccinated as required by state law. Patients will be directed to the hospital's main campus, about 5 miles away. A judge has thrown out criminal charges in a first-of-its-kind COVID case.
A judge in Massachusetts has dismissed criminal charges against 2 former top officials of the Veterans Home after nearly 80 veterans died from COVID-19 in an outbreak at the Holyoke Soldiers' Home. The judge ruled there was not enough evidence that the facility's former superintendent and former medical director didn't do enough to protect the veterans. It was the first prosecution of nursing home caregivers over pandemic decisions. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
In a cave in Turkey, archaeologists have unearthed stone tools and bones dating back 14,000 years. Scientists believe the cave was used as a cult center dedicated to the mother goddess Cybele. The Dow's up 89. This is CBS News.
Is finding seasonal help on your wish list? You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform for interviewing, screening, and hiring high-quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
It could be the best years of your life. In retirement, you'll finally get to do what you want to do. But you have to plan for it. Start by tuning to Mindy and Nolan McIntosh of McIntosh & Associates every Sunday at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Make retirement the best time of your life. Tune in Sundays at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AA Wealth Management, LLC.
This season, there's a new choice for your fields. Zatavo soybean seed, designed with triple stacked Enlist E3 technology for weed control flexibility.
So the whole campaign is out.
Dedicated team of BASF agronomic experts. Protected.
It's old and
Zatavo
we
BASF soybean
stopped giving away brochures.
Zatavo soybean
A lot of things changed.
stacked in your favor. Zatavo from MS Technology, distributed exclusively by BASF. Always doing bottle label directions. Hundreds of thousands of people have said goodbye to their overpriced Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile plans and switched to Pure Talk. It's CBS News Business Finance Business Lesson.
Just walk down to the other one.
Pure Talk gives you the same rate coverage on the same rate 5G network as one of the big guys for about half the cost. Yeah, family is saving over $800 a year. You can keep your number and keep your phone or get a huge discount on the latest iPhone and Android. Unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data is just $30 a month. Or if you want unlimited data, you can still save a fortune. With US-based customer service, Pure Talk treats their customers right. Plus, they have 30-day risk-free guarantee, so you literally have nothing to lose. From your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say Jill 50 to save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250, say Jill 50. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom. This is WSGW News.
Sunny skies and 26 degrees at 10:05. Good morning, I'm Mike Fisher. Consumers Energy will be performing gas line work within the right-of-way on Avenue Bridge in Saginaw between North Niagara Street and South Washington Avenue. That will require a land closure starting today, which began at 9 o'clock, and will continue until Tuesday, November 30th at 4 p.m. During this time, the 2 eastbound lanes will be reduced to 1 lane, will be shifted at the worksite. Please seek an alternate route if possible. Residents are urged to bypass the Genesee Avenue bridge. Police in Huron County are investigating a two-vehicle crash yesterday just before 3 p.m. State police responded to M142 on the road. They say a 76-year-old Harbor Beach woman was driving east in a 2000 Buick Rendezvous when the vehicle went into the south shoulder. The woman overcorrected and lost control, striking a 2005 restricted trailway in the west.
Alex, can you?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me okay?
I got you. All right, we'll be with you in a few minutes. I turn the video off when we're not on.
You got it. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Troopers were assisted by the Huron County Sheriff's Department, Harbor Beach Police, and Fire, and the East Huron ambulance. Holiday travel season kicked off yesterday at the Detroit Metro Airport. Traveler Jennifer Woods went to California to see two of her daughters, who had 2 years.
Always good to be with family. So, not family here, then, not there. With this weather right now, California is like, it's a treat.
AAA is predicting 53 million Americans to travel over the holiday, more than 4 million by plane. WSGW News Time 10:07.
Friday, January 21st at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Air Supply. Timeless song. Air Supply with special guest Orleans. Tickets start at $33. On sale now at the Soaring Eagle and Eagles Landing box offices or online at etix.com. Endless memories. Air Supply and special guest Orleans. Ladies, it's date night, Friday, January 21st at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Air Supply with special guest Orleans. Tickets on sale now. Details at SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Or can I donate money?
WSGW News
I can donate
Time
money?
10:08.
Up there or in here?
It doesn't matter. If you give it to me, I'm going to put it in the bucket, so you can just put it in the bucket.
Oh, there
It's right there.
Oh, you're the Salvation Army?
Yeah, we're doing this for the Salvation Army.
Oh, okay.
It's our Food for Families campaign.
Thank you very much. That's great.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful day, sir.
You too. Thank you very much.
Jennifer Kelly, the elected clerk of Houghton County, says the caller threatened to poison her dogs during a phone call in the wee hours of March 2020. Smith says a friend was running for office against Kelly, and was subsequently re-elected in Houghton County. An official launch for governor on Monday for Republican businessman and a political outsider Kevin Winky, complete with a self-funded advertising campaign comparing himself to an American muscle car. And Whitney to a Yugo, which was once described as the worst car ever.
Mention Whitney. She acts like a queen, not a governor. She's straight off the assembly line of disastrous career politicians. She's a Yugo.
Greenfield Township candidate is investing $10 million of his own money, hoping to get the GOP nomination to challenge Governor Whitney next fall. With his family is known for its car dealerships. The first general motors franchises initially in 1900. Man has been arrested in the slayings of his grandparents. His body was discovered in the Livingston County home. Chance Raymond Hallam is being held without bond in jail.
Thank you.
You with 2 pounds of
I'm sorry. No cookbooks, not anymore. Oh, afraid not.
He was found in bodies last Friday after the 22-year-old Hallam called them.
You are not the first to ask.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got quite a few of them. Enjoy them.
WSGW News Time 10:10 and Mike Porchek.
Here's your WSGW weatherology forecast. Mostly sunny skies here for today with highs in the upper 30s. Winds out of the southwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for tonight, we're mostly clear skies with a low around 29. Wednesday, sunny, high around 48 degrees. And for Thanksgiving Thursday,
you've been
we'll
doing
see
this for
cloudy
a while?
skies, a high around
Sorry?
45.
You've been doing this for a while?
Cloudy, partial
while.
sunshine
A while.
develops a high 34 degrees. Then by
Have a good
Saturday,
day.
plenty of blue skies and sunshine with a high around 36. Sunday, partial sunshine, high around 39. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Gucci, with the WSGW Weatherology Forecast. Currently, it's 29.
The only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online WSGW.com.
And a good morning to you. Welcome back to hour number 2 of the Art Lewis Show. On the road today, we are at the Kroger on North Euclid Avenue in Bay City, collecting food for families for the Salvation Army. Collecting food and money. We've got some very generous donors this morning. And we're giving away a pair of tickets to see the University of Michigan play Ohio State this weekend. So we'll be here till 11:30. Come on out, bring your food donations, or go in the Kroger and buy some, drop them in the box. Love to have it. So with the Salvation Army. We're going to talk about real estate and a scheme that apparently didn't work too well. We're going to find out about it this morning. Because from Ross Mortgage Corporation, I should say, Vice President and Branch Manager Alex Nefouse is with us this morning.
Nefouse, sir.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, sir. How are you?
We're doing well, thanks.
Good.
So we want to talk a little bit about something that was a Zillow buy flip scheme. First of all, what is Zillow?
Zillow is a website where you can type in your address and it gives you an estimated value of the property. That's on a surface level. That's what it is. Zillow itself is a lead generation website. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
What do you mean by that? What is a lead generation website?
So lead generation is you put your address in, and it'll say, do you want a free estimate of your house? And realtors then they bid on that. They bid on giving you an estimate on your home.
So it's a lead source for real estate agents.
Correct, sir. Same thing, and for mortgages, it'll say, are you looking to refinance in the near future? And it'll ask you for your credit score, what your current loan amount is, the value of the property, and then that they'll auction that off to lenders. So I mean, a good lead, will go for $500 easily.
So that's how they make their money.
That's how they make their money. Yes.
They sell leads to.
They sell the leads. Correct.
So what was the buy flip thing that was happening?
The buy flip. So their buy flip model was they were going to go in and they were going to cherry pick all of these houses they were going to be able to fix up and flip. And by doing that, they said, we have access to all these houses. We're the first ones to see them. So we're going to fix up these houses, be a piece of junk, get them for $50,000, and we'll flip them and sell them for, $150,000. The issue is they didn't stay in their lane. That's not what they do. They're not a construction company. And again, it's a very successful company. Don't get me wrong, but they left their lane. I mean, just because, here, Rich Barton owns Expedia. He's the CEO of Expedia and of Zillow. Just because he got this travel thing down Expedia doesn't mean he should be a pilot. I mean, stay in your lane, man. I mean, do what you do best. Give me good deals on hotels.
We should point out there are a lot of folks in the buy flip industry that buy homes and turn them around and sell them.
That is correct.
The basic principles, but you got to know what you're doing, don't you?
Exactly. And there's so many intangibles now with this whole pandemic and COVID and all that. I mean, lumber's costs are through the roof. You can't get employees, you can't get material. And you really have to know exactly what you're doing.
It can be profitable.
It can be very profitable, yes. But people have to, first of all, every single house that I've turned and flipped, I've gone over budget. Maybe I'm a bad budgeter. I don't know. But I'm just telling you, everything ends up being more expensive. So if you don't have a solid cash reserve, you need to know what you're doing.
Because there's no guarantee.
No guarantees at all.
No guarantees at all. Is the real estate market, we've heard that housing prices are way up. Is it really that good right now in the real estate?
It really is that good right now, but it's because rates are so low. So it gives people more buying power. As rates go up,
yeah. Let me ask you this though, Alex, because we've been hearing a lot of folks in this area too. They'll go to buy a house, and let's say that house is on the market for $250,000. There's a whole bunch of people interested at $250,000. So who's going to pay $260,000? Who's going to pay $270,000? Who's going to pay $280,000? And they pay more than the asking price for the house. That's not financeable, is it?
It's financeable, but you have to make up the difference between the acquisition cost, the sales price, and the appraised value. But to me, you're already starting failing by doing that. That makes zero fiscal sense whatsoever. If you apply that to anything else, any other tangible item on this planet, if I go in to buy a new set of golf clubs and they say, okay, they're $1,000, I'm like, I'll give you $1,250. How does that make any sense at all? Why would anybody ever do that?
Well, it's competitive bidding, isn't it? Isn't that what's happened because there were a limited number of homes and a lot of buyers?
It is, yes. I just think that people need to be more fiscally sound when it comes to making these decisions. And the majority of the United States, their biggest investment is their home. And I think to start underwater is silly. I mean, if you want it here, if this is your forever house and you're going to be there and raise your family there and you're going to be there forever, cool. But if it's your first house, you think you're going to run like a 5-year plan and you're going in underwater, I think it's a bad way to go. And that's just my personal opinion.
The other issue is a lot of people were thinking of selling their home because they're getting that extra money. But then when they turn around to buy, they're spending that extra money just to get
you're buying at the top of the market then. Correct.
It didn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, where are you going to go? Even if you sell and you make, $200,000, where are you going to go? I mean, you have to have, don't keep up with the Joneses. Again, stay in your lane. Just do your thing.
Is mortgage money available right now? Is it plentiful?
Is mortgage money available?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Financing is, we have a very streamlined process at Ross Mortgage. You can upload all your documents, straight to our website. It's very, very streamlined, very simple. It's boring. I mean, I end up talking about hockey half the time. Or whatever.
I also have to ask, because of what happened in 2008, the collapse of the market a little bit, have we changed our lending standards in terms of qualifications?
We did, yes. The pendulum swung from one way all the way to the other way. So it was, it didn't matter who you were. You could be Bill Gates and have a tough time getting a mortgage. This is back in 2008, 9, 10, 11. It's loosened up, but you still have, there's no more of those stated income, zero down, products anymore. I mean, I need to see income, I need to see assets, you need to see employment history. We're a pretty conservative lender, and we've been around, since 1947. So, I mean, I think there's a reason we've been in the industry for that long.
So, tell us about the company.
Ross Mortgage is we're a mortgage lender. We're not a broker, which means we lend our own money. Everything's underwritten in-house. We have products across the board. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA. We have a great new down payment assistance program where it's truly a zero down product. Again, there are credit score restrictions. You got to have good credit. You have to have, as I said previously, income, assets. But it's a great zero down product. We also have a guaranteed approval, which is super cool because on a purchase agreement, you'll have a closing date. So let's just say the closing date is December 27th. We provide our clients with a guaranteed approval. And if we don't close on time, we have to give the sellers $1,000. So it strengthens our offer. And to your point regarding the competitive offers, if there's multiple offers on the table and this company says, hey, if we don't close on time, we'll give you $1,000. And then you got trunk of the car mortgage or whomever, super fun, happy mortgage, it makes your offer much stronger.
So if I were to get a mortgage with Ross, Does it stay with you, or do you then sell that?
We generally transfer servicing. We do have a warehouse line, but yeah, generally transfer servicing. But I mean, I'm always your guy on point.
That's typical in the industry.
Correct, sir. Yes. But I can tell my clients, I've had clients, I got in this industry in 2001. I have clients, back from then. So, I'm always your guy on point. Just because you make your payment to somebody else doesn't mean that you can't call me and I can't take care of an issue for you.
All right. So, the Zillow, the buy flip model, they're out of it now. Is that right?
They are definitely out of it. And they should have never been in the first place. Just the arrogance of these guys to think that their algorithm was so good that that this was going to work out for them. It's absurd to me. I mean,
life's lessons.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not struggling, but
I was going to say, I didn't hear them collapse.
Yeah, they're not struggling.
Not struggling at all. Where are you located?
My corporate office is in Troy, right on Big Beaver. Our website's rossmortgage.com. And yeah, you can find me there. Anything you guys need question-wise, I'm happy to answer.
Oh, great. Thanks for being with us this morning.
You got it. Thank you, sir.
Have a good one.
You too. Thanks, man.
Bye-bye now. And we appreciate Alex's time from Ross Mortgage. We're going to take a break. The remainder of the hour will be open phones, whatever you'd like to chat about. And, of course, our numbers, Saginaw Bay City, 752-61989, 752-6111. Toll free, 866-790-WSGW. And we will be back after these notes on the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confections. It's the memories you make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
Friendsgiving is going to be a little different this year because Capital One's The Match is back on TNT this Thanksgiving weekend with its best edition yet. The fifth installment of this one-of-a-kind event pits two of golf's most intense rivals, Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka, against one another in a head-to-head showdown. Watch all the action unfold from the Wynn Las Vegas, November 26th at 4 p.m. Eastern on TNT. You're not going to want to miss this.
RocketGrabPlus.com. The days of paying full price are over. And at RocketGrabPlus.com, we are here always giving you the deals that you need. You can get tons of half-off deals going on right now at the Creative Center, Joyce's Purple Palette, Woody's Hot Dogs,
I enjoyed listening to you over the
More,
years.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Painting and Salon. Half off? Yeah, it's true. It's all at RocketGrabPlus.com. RocketGrabPlus.com.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and Nefouse? Here's the science. For airborne germs invade through your nose. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nefouse pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Walmart. Or go to Nefouse.com for a free gift with purchase. Nefouse, N-A-V-A-Z-E.
I'm Neil Toledo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The price of crude is lower after the U.S. announced it and several other countries would tap their National Strategic Petroleum Reserve to try and bring down gas prices. Today, on Thursday, a testimony for Elizabeth Holmes, the Theranos founder, accused of fraud. Prosecutors say she misled investors about the capabilities of her technology, including mini lab machines, which she said could run hundreds of tests with just 2 drops of blood. The mayor of Boston has divested the city from fossil fuels, and as ride-hailing prices become more expensive, some of the largest metro areas in the country are seeing customers return to taxis, with taxi ride volumes increasing in the past several months in San Francisco, New York, and Chicago. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
Fever is the leading symptom of COVID and the flu, and the only way to reliably detect it is with an accurate thermometer. Be vigilant and be accurate. with the Exergen Temple Scanner, whose accuracy has been proven in more than 100 clinical studies. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They're proven to be inaccurate and will not reliably detect a fever that might mean COVID. Be sure to seek medical advice at the first sign of fever. Learn more at Exergen.com. Whether you're vaccinated or not, it's important to know the symptoms of COVID and its variants. Fever is their leading sign, and only the Exergen Temple Scanner
Very good, thank you.
has been proven accurate with more than 100 clinical studies. Non-contact thermometers have no clinical evidence behind them and cannot be relied on. Be vigilant and seek medical advice at the first sign of fever. Be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
What's all the buzz about nasal ablation and revive?
Okay, I think that's right.
Good, thank you.
Think about it.
The cloth is less effective and brains multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nefouse pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS,
Yeah, register. There are tickets to see U of M and Ohio State this weekend.
Mom, you want the boxes too, right?
News coverage.
And all the cans. Okay. Bye-bye.
For socialism, someone's ability to choose who to be vaccinated.
We shouldn't be told that we're going to lose our job.
Sir, taking us to a Pfizer. Disruptions to our supplies well into next year. We saw on Veterans Day, news. Kyle Rittenhouse closing arguments next week. Serious COVID-19 cases.
News coverage on WSGW.
72664. That's an 8.
And welcome back to the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW, coming to you from the Kroger on North Fifth Avenue in Bay City, where we're collecting food for families for the Salvation Army, and they're giving away a pair of tickets to see the University of Michigan at Ohio State this weekend at the Big House. I invite you to stop in. If you don't have food, you know, go to the Kroger and buy some, as people have done. Drop it off in our boxes inside and outside. Chandler is outside with the van and the box. And I'm inside here. We even have some cash donations, which we put into the Salvation Army bucket because they're ringing the bell right outside the door this morning. And of course, all of this food goes to the Salvation Army for distribution during the holiday season. It's greatly appreciated. It's been a difficult year for everybody. Thank everyone who has participated and dropped off food this morning and dropped off money. Thank you very much, dear. We just had somebody else drop off some food this morning and register for those tickets, and she was wearing an Invitational sweatshirt, so I think I know who she was with. Anyway, let's see. We have Susan in Bay City on the phone with us now. Susan, good morning to you.
Good morning, Art. Yeah, I actually had a couple topics, but I wanted to start with them tapping our oil reserve. And you had a gentleman on the other day that said we had about 30 days of oil or energy reserve for national emergencies. And so due to those stupid energy policies and shutting down all our pipelines and our prices going up and up, they're going to start tapping and draining our energy, our oil supplies that are there for emergencies to basically bail their fat out of the fire. But if it's only a 30 days, that's not.
That number floats a little bit. I think 60, 30, that number floats. I think the bigger question is that really what it's for? And my answer is no. They got us in this mess now. They look to bail us out and reserve to protect us. And that makes no sense to me.
Well, if you look over 60 days, as if they put us on a, if they say, well, we can't, if they start making to the point that we can't get enough gas at the pump, if they start telling us that we can't just go up, if they start putting us on some kind of ration, then it would go to 60 days. Other than that, it's only 30 days without ration.
Well, again, I'm not going to quibble about how many days it is because it really doesn't make any difference. The biggest question is should they do it for the reasons they're doing it? My answer is no.
Absolutely. And the other thing I wanted to throw out there really quick was the fact that I was listening to Kim Commando on WSCW, and believe you me, I'm not technology driven, but that somewhere along the line I might learn something. And I actually did, because she was talking about the infrastructure bill and the fact that they're going to put make sure that everybody has the internet service. But she said, she's going about it all wrong. She said, why would you put in old-fashioned technology? She said, if they're going to be giving these people infrastructure and you're going to make sure that they have, she said, put in cell towers. Make sure they have the latest 5G. Don't give them old, antiquated,
Well, I don't think they are. I mean, that's yet to be determined. They got a pool of money to build broadband to provide access to people who don't have it, to rural America. I would not. Here are my thoughts on this. A, that broadband money, I would not want to see that money go to communities that already have broadband just to make it better. I would like to see that money go to rural areas that do not have access to broadband. As we learned during the pandemic, that there are many areas in the country that don't have access. That's what that money ought to be used for. And I have to be honest, it would be nice if they could all have the latest 5G. But if they get 4G technology, well, guess what? At least that's much better than what they have, which was nothing.
So her point was, don't be digging trenches and putting up lines and wires. For God's sake, put up cell towers.
Well, that's what they would. I think that's what they would do anyway.
But not according to her. She has the details on it right now because she was reading it, and she said that the technology that they were proposing was so antiquated that it was ridiculous, and that it was a waste of our money.
Yeah, I'd have to look at that. I have to see what she was talking about. I would agree if that's what they're doing. If they're putting in something antiquated. But
she's a person.
No. She's very smart, but antiquated. How antiquated? I mean, I go back to what I said. If you put up towers and you give them 4G service instead of 5G service, well, gee whiz.
She was just saying blind.
Yeah, no, I don't know what she was talking about there. I have no idea.
Those are my two things my two birds under my saddle.
Oh, I'm glad you're birds. All right, Susan. Hey, appreciate it. Thanks. Bye-bye now. And let's talk to Alvin in California. Alvin, good morning.
Hey, how you doing, Alex? I love you. Alvin.
Where are you?
You're way back. I'm out here in LA, and we pulled over. We took the Pacific Highway 1. I love the fact that you have to stop for gas for the first time, and guess what the gas price the gallon what it was?
$6.
Somebody got to do something.
Well, I got news for you. Opening up the spigot to the emergency reserve is not going to lower that price very much.
Probably not really good.
No.
I was really surprised. I listened to you when I was listening to you out here on Superman Radio, and I was just hearing somebody talk about something. I said, oh my God, people really can just play it. They have no idea.
Yeah. When are you coming home?
Next week.
Well, enjoy the vacation, and I hope you took enough reserve for fuel. All right, buddy. Appreciate it. Drive carefully. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, my goodness. $7.50. Ooh. Say, how'd you sleep last night? In this world, we're asked to do more for less. So you go to bed and you spend a bit of your life there. You need quality sleep, and you can get it with a quality mattress from Sanitary Mattress. Now, you can visit all the so-called sleep stores, or you can rest assured the mattress you're using is manufactured right here in the Great Lakes Bay region to your specifications. Your dollars are coming to stay right here in our local economy. The time and bed may cut short by today's demanding world of every school. You can still get a quality good night's sleep on a Sanitary mattress. And they feature 1-hour window delivery of your mattress to your home. If you have an RV or a boat, Sanitary Mattress will custom make a mattress for you, something the box stores can't do. Visit the Sanitary Mattress factory and showrooms in this area since 1935. Set your GPS to 5343 James Road in Saginaw, just east of the Harry Brown Airport. Visit them on the web at sanitarymattress.com or call them at 989-753-1757. Sanitary Mattress. We'll be back with more right after these notes on the Art Lewis Show. WSGW.
Service. It's hard to find these days. Well, the folks at M&R Garage Door have built their business on it. In fact, it's fair to say that service is their specialty. M&R Garage Door has earned the right to
I want you to know that when I just moved here 2 months ago from California, I love to listen to you every morning when I go get my Starbucks.
Oh, well, I do that too.
So, do I agree with everything you say? No. But you have, you're right in the middle where this old hippie is.
Always been there.
So I appreciate, I love listening to you every day.
Where'd you come from?
Yep.
You could save
Moved from
millions of
California?
dollars on your
Yeah,
mobile
yeah.
bill.
What brought you
Plus,
out here?
there are no added taxes.
No, I went through
fees,
divorce
and
after
no
40 years of
contracts.
marriage.
Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings
And
Calculator today.
I was born here in 1951.
Oh, so you were from here originally. So you
Yeah, I
came
only
back
lived here till I was 6, and then I was raised the whole time in California,
Savings
in Orange
and
County near
restrictions apply.
Disneyland.
Visit spectrummobile.com/save.
And my father was French Canadian, and
Black Friday
so I
is
went through
back
divorce,
at the
and I
Maytag
thought, you know
store
what?
with some of the best
Can't
deals of
afford
the
to live in
season. The
California
Maytag
anymore.
store carries great American
So I
made
sold my
appliances from
home,
Amana,
bought a house here.
Maytag, and Whirlpool.
Guy from Saginaw's out there vacationing.
I heard it just $7 a gallon.
Over 70 gallons.
Yeah.
Appliances they
It's,
sell with in-house parts
where
and
I
service
live,
team.
it's
You'll find amazing deals
$5.25
such as a Maytag top load washer and dryer
gallon.
repair starting at $12.49.
Yeah, welcome to
And a
California.
Whirlpool stainless
Yeah,
steel dishwasher starting at just
Hi,
$5.
how are you?
Garage ready freezers
But it's
and
expensive
refrigerators are in
Thank
stock.
you.
Plus, their
It's
friendly
expensive
sales guys
everywhere.
are all in-stock items.
Insurance is killing me here.
Friday
I went from paying $40 a month, I'm paying $300 a month because I don't have Medicare Part B.
Go.
No, I was a federal government employee,
Oh!
DOD, and I don't have to. My insurance comes through operational management. But in order to get cheaper insurance, now I gotta carry Medicare Part B.
Home security.
So,
Actually, not bad. I have Medicare A and B, and I have a supplement.
Oh, do ya? Well, now I'm gonna use, I just signed up for Medicare Part B, but I'm gonna use my military TRICARE. So I'm gonna use that as my supplement because it's free.
Might as well.
Yeah, take care.
You too. Thanks for
Just
stopping
know
by.
this old lady's listening.
What's your name?
Simplysafe.com.
Thanks, Pat. We'll talk to you.
Crazy hairball, pop hairball. What's up, Mama?
Hi there. How are you? Good. How you been?
Your hat.
Sporting the spirit. Sporting the spirit. There you go. My head warm.
Absolutely.
If I don't see you, happy Thanksgiving. Same to you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Less than an hour, Chandler.
I'm starting to let my brain like, what am I going to do after this?
Warm up, yeah. I gotta break down as quickly as I can because I gotta take my wife to the
This
eye
is 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW, the Art Lewis Show, on the road today, coming to you from the Kroger on Euclid Avenue in Bay City, collecting food for families and offering you a chance to win tickets to the U of M and Ohio State games this weekend. Back to our phones. Al is in Midland. Al, good morning.
Good morning, Arthur.
Morning.
Hey, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, it's too late and too little, and it shows desperation.
Yep.
It really shows desperation. They got all these levers and strings and knots and switches they're flipping, and nothing's worked for them, and this is desperation.
Well, that's because everything they've done has been wrong. I mean, you know, they ought to go down to Texas and take the regulation off the fuel, the fuel providers down there that can drill more and raise more.
American jobs, the whole world.
Yeah.
They're doing the foreign funding of the foreign activities, and some of those are bad people.
Yep. Well, what are you going to do? I mean, that's we got to live with until the next election.
I know. Hey, on the technology thing, the reason why Tim Commando is saying that is those are the things that are readily available to them. All that other stuff is still in the pipeline. There's so much delays in getting that stuff out. If they're going to go to the warehouse stuff, the old technology first. Because they and that's why she's telling everybody that's what they're going to do. Government money doesn't buy anything big. It buys the lowest cost things that they can, so it spreads the purpose.
Not the government I know. They waste a lot of money.
I know, I realize that, but yeah, you're right. A part of it is waste. But they go for the low price stuff because then they have more money to waste on other garbage.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to turn right around and redo it anyway. So that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, but government doesn't do anything to make sense.
Yeah, I know that. That's the point.
For them to do stuff that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. All right. Good enough. Talk to you.
Right about that. Have a good day, sir.
Take care.
Bye now.
Bye now. And let's talk to Lee in Saginaw. Lee, good morning.
Good morning, Ed.
Morning.
I wanted to, we were talking about the National Petroleum Reserve.
Yeah.
That was set up for a major national catastrophe.
Right.
And here's the problem, and we've talked into it several times over the years.
Yep.
And I'm sure you remember that it didn't change the price of gas very much.
No, couple of pennies maybe.
You know why?
Well,
because that was set for a national emergency.
Yeah.
When we dumped that out of the National Reserve right now, there's no national emergency. It's not going to refineries inside the United States to produce gas and dump back into the country. It's going to those refineries to dump on the world market because oil is a world commodity. That's why whenever they do this, it never affects the price of gas and diesel oil and everything by a few pennies because they're dumping it on the world market. It's not being kept here. And I researched it several times.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to do it that way, does it?
No, it doesn't. And it's also political gain. And everybody, I'm a conservative, but I'm also very rational. I'm not saying Trump or anybody who says, well, you need to do it. No, you don't need to do this. That was set there for a national emergency when there's, our funds are in the fire.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Even if they didn't dump it on the world market, even if they directed that petroleum be used only for the United States,
only 50 million barrels,
and it wouldn't make much of a difference in the price. It's not the end all. It's not the wherewithal. It's not the answer to the problem. The answer to the problem is it's all supply and demand. You either got to get your production up or your demand down, one or the other.
Cool. And it just upsets me that
how are you, Arthur?
This administration was brought in.
Yeah.
Everything they're going to do.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. Now people are going, what? I mean, well, we need to do something else. They've done everything they said they were going to do. Now people are speeding up to even into our national reserves for emergency. This is not an emergency. This is what people are going up with ultimate.
You're not going to get a disagreement out of me. I mean, that's on the radio. I see it too, and I just I shake my head. president goes to OPEC and says, we want you to produce more. Well, heck, why don't you just go down to Texas and tell them to produce more?
How would they do? Why would they do that? They're making money. I mean, the less you produce, the more money they make.
Yeah. So it's just, you know. Yeah, and the other thing, the other motivator under the table is green deal. You know, everything's green. So he's going to, you know, clamp everything down in this country and tell the rest of the world that they do it for us. Nonsense. Just makes no sense. All right.
That's my 2 cents. You have a good day and a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too, Lee. Thanks for calling. Take care. Bye-bye. We'll take a break, come back, and we will get to Marketing Bay City when we return after these notes.
What's the most important part of a retirement plan? Income is king because you have an income. If you don't have an income plan, you don't have an income. That's Kevin Rathke, financial coach at Insight Folios. Kevin tells his listeners every week about the importance of income planning, minimizing taxes, and strategies to lead a worry-free retirement. Learn all about that and get your own complimentary financial review by calling 888-385-PLAN. That's 888-385-PLAN.
Thank you much.
You have a great day, sir, too. Great to see you out here.
Thank you.
Tell Dave and the rest of the gang
I will.
We can see you within 1 to 2 weeks. You may consider doing a cost comparison before your next sleep study. Our charge is less than 50%. No worries of having to go into the hospital with 4 convenient locations, 7 out Bay City, Midland, and Northwest. Please discuss with your primary care provider or call 989-792-2792 for an appointment. 792-2792. Or check us out at soundasleeplab.com. You can tell it's fall, huh?
Yeah, cooler days.
Leaves changing colors.
Kitchen's becoming beautiful.
Yeah, kitchen's becoming... What was that?
Well, fall's the perfect time to upgrade our kitchen.
What makes you say that?
Our kitchen and the Wilsons.
This is pretty spectacular. Who'd they hire again?
Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery.
Let Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center help you create the perfect space for your home. From imagination to completion. Go to PremierKitchenandBathGallery.com to get started. Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom. Get inspired.
Hundreds of
Good, how you doing?
have said goodbye to their overpriced Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile plans and switch to Pure Talk. It's CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. Did you know Pure Talk gives you the same great coverage on the same great 5G network as one of the big guys for about half the cost? The average family is saving over $800 a year. You can keep your number and keep your phone or get huge discounts on the latest iPhones and Androids. Unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data is just $30 a month. Or if you want unlimited data, you can still save a fortune. With US-based customer service, Pure Talk keeps their customers right. Plus, they have a 30-day risk-free guarantee, so you literally have nothing to lose. From your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say Jill 50 to save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250, say Jill 50. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless.
Michigan Wolverines football is on WSGW.
Pass to cover right guard. Touchdown, Michigan. Give that one to Zach Carpenter in the offensive line. Edwards takes it back to Edwards across the field. To the 30, 30-yard run. Touchdown, Michigan. Donovan Edwards. Oh, it's intercepted. DJ Turner has it. The 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
The 6th-ranked Michigan Wolverines routed Maryland to set up a showdown against the 2nd-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes for the Big Ten East title in the regular season finale. Tune in for pregame coverage starting at 11 a.m. on 790 News Radio WSTW. Michigan football is brought to you by Forward Energy, Medicare Choices of Saginaw, Schaefer and Gearline Ram Truck and Frankenmuth, Will Files Ace Hardware in Saginaw, Biggie's Sports Grill, and Lingo Equipment Company in Saginaw. It's Michigan and Ohio State, the game. Live Saturday morning at 11 on 790 News Radio WSTW.
The Wolverines play on WSGW.
All right, back with you here on WSGW. And back to our phones. Mark is in Bay City. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you, sir?
Doing well.
So I watched MSNBC this morning. They had an epiphany on there on the flash mob that is going to start hitting this country. My logic is saying domestic terrorism is white supremacy. I think flash mob is what's touching on right now.
Yeah.
And it's going to destroy this country. It's going to destroy this country because they're going to start shutting down in small communities
Stores.
Yeah,
They're
well,
going to them.
that's already happened. That's already happened in California, where they passed a law that you don't get charged with theft under $1,000 or something like that. One of the not Walgreens or one of the major drug chains closed 5 stores because they were getting looted every day. It was ridiculous. It was nonsense.
Yeah, I see that as an organized crime. The flash mob is an organized crime that needs to be at the forefront, not white supremacy. I'm not seeing any news stories on that, but I am seeing flash mobs popping up.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they're going to put a stop. I don't know how they're going to put a stop to that.
Well, they're going to have to stiffen the laws up again. I mean, they're running rampant because they can. If you increase your police presence and you put teeth into the law, that'll stop it.
But you get 50 people with 50 phones and they say meet here.
Right.
They go in, they rush the place, and within 5 minutes they're out.
Yep.
How do you have the police on every business when it's organized crime?
Well, you figure out how to monitor the conversation.
Okay.
Eventually, you figure it out. I mean, if you do nothing, you get more of the same. So, I mean,
AOC said they just want to get bread. That's all they're looking to do.
she is never mind what she is. Every time she opens her mouth, I wince. So, I tell you what, I know a lot of Democrats wince every time she speaks too. So, not just us. But anyway,
people listen to her. People listen to her.
Listen. Why not? She has a following. You know, there are people who listen. Let's face it, the country's divided. We know that. You and I may look at things one way, and for each of us, there's somebody else who looks at it the entirely opposite way. And what's happened now is with communications the way it is in social media, you know it. There's more and more of it. You can't get away from it. So it's not, she's got a following. Obviously, she got elected. LeBron should be out a long sitting member of Congress. She got reelected, so she's got a following in her constituency, and she's got a following in the squad. They are the super progressives, the progressive socialists. You think we ought to run the country?
She's not held accountable for what she says. I mean, Jeff Bezos was going to put an Amazon in her area, and what she said,
listen.
Good job.
Well, then, she's accountable to those people that elected her. If they like what she's doing, they're going to keep electing her. We don't have a voice in that because we don't live in her district. So, so what you have to do is elect people to counter her. And I think that's what's going to happen here. I think all of her power and bravado is going to go right out the window in 2022.
I hope you're right, my friend.
Once they become the party of the minority rather than the majority, goodbye Nancy Pelosi. Be quiet, AOC, nobody cares. You're not going to get your way. And things will change, and that's the history of politics. When the American people get fed up with something, they act. And it's not just one side, it works both ways. It works both ways.
Yeah, I agree. All right, my friend, take care.
You too. Thanks a lot. Take care, buddy. Bye-bye now.
Yeah,
listen, it's true, it's undeniably true how divided we are. And the media does nothing to quell that division. The media is a big word. I know the media covers a lot. Particularly talking about, particularly the cable news networks and the talking heads, and they are so biased on both sides. You only get one side if you listen to Fox, you only get the other side if you listen to CNN. Who knows what you get with CBS, ABC. So it's a different world we live in, days gone by. And the divisions pointed out more and more, which only I believe is a wedge in dividing factors makes them farther apart. You don't hear very much that tries to make things better, tries to bring us closer together. You don't hear a lot of that. Sometimes you just have to appreciate you. Know that the only voice you really have is come election day. You're forced to feel right to get out there and express yourself. No matter how you have to do it. You have to have an absentee ballot. Fine, go do it. Go to the polls. Just go to the polls. Stand up and count. That's all I say. All right, we're going to take our last break, and then we will be back to close out this edition of the Art Lewis Show. Coming up.
Hi, this is Mary Rathke, Warden Interiors of Frankenmuth, and it's time to warm up your home. And we don't mean the temperature. Make your home more inviting with window treatment, flooring, countertops, and more. Our experienced design team will bring your ideas to life with brands like Mohawk, Shaw, Hunter Douglas, and more. Then our master installers go over every detail, making sure it's done right. Come in and see our beautiful colors and designs. Warden Interiors on North Main Street in Frankenmuth will help you bring it all together. I am one of thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body. I am living in the moment and taking Ibrance, Alcocetra. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Be in your moment. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding.
Hanging around.
Just like the newsman guy.
Infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning, or
Yeah, I can't think of anything I'd rather do. I might as well get paid to do
Right
it.
now, I'm getting bombarded with TV ads, postcards, and emails about Medicare and Medicaid programs.
I don't use all my vacation time as it is. If I'd be retired, I'd be bored.
Don't tell me everything there is to know. Tell me what I need to know.
Clear up your Medicare
Have a happy
confusion with simple,
Thanksgiving.
easy
You
answers
too.
at EasyMedicare.com. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Medicare.com. Go to EasyMedicare.com or speak with a licensed agent at 1-888-486-1662. EasyMedicare.com.
Speak with a licensed insurance agent. Visit EasyMedicare.com and Friday 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. EST, Saturday 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. EST. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS, has neither reviewed nor approved this information with regard to the federal Medicare program. EasyMedicare.com is powered by Teleport Insurance and private duty licensed insurance agents. Appointed by Medicare Advantage, HMO, PPO, or PFFS plans and standard prescription drug plans and insurance companies holding Medicare contracts approved by CMS. Enrollment in Medicare coverage is subject to insurance company approval. This information is not a complete description of benefits. Contact the plan for more information. Limitations, co-payments, and restrictions may apply. Benefits, premiums, and/or medical costs share. Insurance on January 1 each year. You must continue paying your Medicare Part B premium.
I'm Dr. Baker, an ER physician. If you're having neck pain, swelling, or redness, but haven't talked to your doctor yet, don't wait. This could be deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot which could travel to your lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. Your symptoms can mean something serious, so don't wait. Talk to a doctor right away, by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer. The Saginaw Spirit right here.
The Saginaw Spirit begin a busy Thanksgiving Day holiday weekend when they visit the Blood Firebirds live this Wednesday night. Joey Matano and Dennis Rose will have the call for you starting at 6:45 p.m. on 100.5 FM News Radio WSTW. And the Spirit are back home this Saturday night at the Dow Event Center. Quick seats are still available. Visit SaginawSpirit.com for ticket information.
Saginaw Spirit Hockey is on WSGW.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Broadcasting today from the Kroger here on North Euclid Avenue in Bay City, collecting food for families and giving you a chance to win tickets to the big game this weekend, U of M and Ohio State. And we'll be here another half hour, so come on out. Take time out for the news. Be back with Focus. We'll focus on the SVRC Marketplace.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City.